Biggest acts this year is Clownvis. You've heard of Elvis?
No. Clownvis?
Yeah. He dresses like a juggalo, but he sings like Elvis. Clownvis.
This is your wake-up call.
We're talking about the great Clownvis.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Gilbert Gottfried will perform inside a shark cage.
With Clownvis.
With Clownvis.
Are you kidding me?
And it really is a delicious drink.
Mine and Jay, the Duke of the Wicked, one half of the Insane Clown Posse, and you're watching Clownvis to the Rescue. I thought you knew. Woo woo.
And it starts right now.
Baby. Yes, we are live. Yeah. We are live tonight. I see you. I feel you out there. Where you at? Call your ma. Call your friends. Get them in here. It's a big show tonight. Clownvis to the Rescue, episode 338. They said that couldn't be done. You sit down. They told me it couldn't be done. I remember back in the early days, people saying, Clownvis, you'll never make it to 338 shows. Well, look at me now. 338. And tonight's a big night. I see some new names in the chat. Thank you very much. A lot of new names in the chat here. Drop something in the chat if you're watching for the first time, or if you're watching for the first time in a while. Thank you very much. To all the people watching that don't usually watch, I want to say sincerely, where the hell have you been? Where the hell have you? I do this every Wednesday night. All right, where were you last week when I was promoting my appearance at Macadoodles? Which was fun, thank you for asking. So happy to be here on a glorious night, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's not just me tonight. I got a friend with me. We're going to be talking to a very interesting cat, a true legend in his own time. Talking about an actor of television and film, a producer, a director, a professional wrestler, it needs to be said, a former world heavyweight champion, a voice artist, an entrepreneur, a game show creator, a philanthropist, most recently, the purveyor of the great Bozo the Clown's legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, the one, the only, David Arquette.
Thank you, Clownvis.
Oh.
I don't deserve such an amazing introduction from such an incredible clown like yourself, but I'll take it.
Are you kidding me, man? A legend, buddy.
Thank you.
So that leads me to my first question. Has anyone ever said to you to just relax? You're holding the strap. Hold that up. He's got the strap on him. Look at that. You still wear that thing every day, huh?
Yeah, wear it in the shower.
Yeah, baby. So has anyone ever said, David, you can just relax a little bit. Calm down a little bit.
I relax too much. I don't like relaxing. I like being busy.
Well,
Taking care of business in a flash. You know all about that.
I do, man. Taking care of business, and nobody does it more than you. I want to talk tonight. I want to talk a lot about Bozo. But first, just to give people a little bit of history, if you don't know what David Arquette has done, you've clearly been living under a rock. You've been on the scene in Hollywood, making movies, making films like that for almost 100 years now. I'm not good at the math, but it's been a long time. It feels like. And
that's good math. That's good math. Since I was 17, I've been working professionally.
Since you were 17, wow.
And I'm 30. I mean,
no, that's fine. Just say you're 30. You've just turned 30. Look, man. No, one thing that I want to say is that the movie, the documentary that came out just a couple of years ago, "You Can't Kill David Arquette," I think is the best example of just how insane you are and how far you're willing to take things. You've been, involved with wrestling for a long time, but you wanted to prove yourself. And if you haven't seen that, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you watch the documentary "You Can't Kill David Arquette," because it's literally frightening. I worried about you just watching it.
Thank you. I worried about myself. It was a challenging experience. I learned a lot. I was like, at one point when I got really injured, I was like, why am I beating myself up? I've been beating myself up for so long. So it was a real, moment of clarity, and I stopped beating myself up quite as much.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. And where would you say, or do you know where the drive comes from? Because a lot of people would say, hey, I'm an actor, and they would make a living that way. But there seems to be something going on with you where you gotta get into the mix, maybe get in over your head on things, and that's a very admirable thing if you ask me. But where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. I don't like to be bored. I like to work, and I like to have things that interest me. All the things that I pursue are things that I loved when I was younger, like wrestling. The reason I did Ready to Rumble is because I loved wrestling as a kid and still love wrestling. But that's why I wanted to do it. And then they made me the champion, and everyone hated it. And so I wanted to come back and sort of honor wrestling, do a love letter to wrestling with that movie.
Yeah, and you should.
But I loved horror films as a kid. So being able to be part of the Scream franchise and play Dewey was really, and work with Wes Craven especially, was such an honor. And then, I love Bob Ross. So I became a certified Bob Ross instructor. Now I do a lot of charities with Bob Ross and the Bob Ross company. And it's all just things that I love. I love music. So I'm involved in music with Graham Wheeler, who's Chippy the Clown.
Yeah.
We have a song with you, actually.
Yeah,
Weirdo.
baby.
We did a song called Weirdo with you and Bozo and Chippy, and you can get it at madamzuzus.com. You search Bozo and it'll come up. There's a 3-song EP with a little message from Bozo on there.
Yeah, man. I got a plug for it here. We'll show it in a little bit.
Thank you. I don't mean to be self-plugging.
No,
that's a bit of a self-plugger.
Hey, man.
I learned from DDP, the best self-promotioner in the world.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, I'm on the record too, so I've been plugging it here. It's an honor.
Thank you.
I mean, listen, I'm to get into the Bozo thing. I mean, I'm obviously a lifelong Bozo fan, and a few weeks ago, I was able. You brought Bozo's Circus back to Chicago. You did a live all-weekend experience at Madame Zuzu's. That's Billy Corgan's tea shop or vegan restaurant there.
Yeah.
And, I mean, to get tapped by Bozo, to get the call from Bozo, hey, Clownvis, can you be here and add a little flavor to Bozo's Circus? I mean, that's truly something that I've waited my life for. And after that, I was like, well, maybe I just hang it up. Maybe I just quit now because...
No, this is just the beginning. I think we should go on the road.
Absolutely.
Bozo wants to go on the road with you. We all clicked so well. It was just such an amazing time. It was so incredible. Chloe Corrigan and Billy Corrigan allowing us to do that at their place, Madame Zuzu's.
Yeah.
It was such an incredible thing that somebody got so excited they drove a car into it the next
I heard
next
about
week. They
I
just
heard
were,
about that.
They went bananas over there.
I'm glad they held off. But yeah, that Madame Zuzu's appearance that I was able to do with Bozo, the Bozo Circus, the record was over 1,000 families came through over the weekend. And I've shared a little bit with my audience about I talked about it, what a pleasure it was to be there. But truly something that I didn't expect, David. I've been, Clownvis my whole life. I've done a lot of clowning things in a lot of smoky bars and comedy clubs, and joints and stuff like that. But I haven't tapped into the magic that Bozo has, where it's so generational. And the fact that it was geared towards families and geared towards kids, and to see kids wide-eyed and excited to meet Bozo, and furthermore to see the adults and you'll know what I'm talking about here, to see the very distinct twinkle in the eyes of adults, something that I don't think performers generally get to see. It's an adult sitting there looking at Bozo with that magic, there's literally a Hollywood like twinkle in their eye, and it
was really beautiful to see.
Such a
That's
magical
another
thing.
example of something I loved as a kid. So then I pursue it as I get older. It's funny when you get into these different worlds, clowns and even Bob Ross or wrestling. You find out like the cameramen, the wardrobe people, everybody sort of involved in the whole thing, they're there because they love that as well. They loved wrestling when they were younger. They loved clowns when they were younger. They loved scary movies. That's why they get into special effects. Like, it's cool. So when you pursue things like that, you're then surrounded by people that also love the same things you do. But like you said, I mean, it really, it does that for me, just being involved with Bozo. And I fell in love with Bozo when I lived in Evanston, Illinois, when I was a little kid. And I just always remembered it. And then it took me 15 years to acquire the rights from Larry Harmon's and his estate. And finally sort of pursued my dream, and it took a lot of stuff. And it sort of took me like even going through the wrestling thing and kind of figuring out why I was beating myself up and not wanting to beat myself up, to bring that kind of light and joy and like, oh, let's do something that's really sort of positive. But I mean, wrestling's really positive too. I don't mean to say that at all, but
yeah,
it is. There are things that really do bring people joy. It's like when I go to like clown conventions or something, and then I see like like people who really love the Scream films, and they say like, we met on our first date was on a Scream film, and now we have 2 kids, stuff like that. I mean, it is a little light in their eyes. It is a little way of escaping sort of some of the heavier aspects of life.
And so when you got into Bozo, or when you decided to try, you said you tried for a few years to acquire the rights, which is, that's taken a big bite of a big old cookie. Did you have an ultimate plan, or is it more just you thought it would be fun to see what you could do with it? Because let me also say this before you answer that. The first night of Madame Zuzu's was like a panel of Bozos. That Billy Corgan, who is he reveres Bozo. He's a real Bozo enthusiast.
He played at the last episode of Bozo on WGN.
Yeah, I went back and watched that. Smashing Pumpkins. You guys can see that on YouTube. Smashing Pumpkins on the last episode of Bozo. But that panel, that first night, that Friday night, where you had Bob Bell's son, you had Joey DeOria, the last Bozo up until 2001. You had Larry Harmon's daughter-in-law. It was like a real Bozo mafia. I mean, it's a bunch of guys that are dead serious. It wasn't like, oh, hey, let's go get some pies in the face. It was, 5 guys in suits discussing the importance of Bozo. So before you got into it, did you know that it might come with that levity?
No, it was a lot more than I expected. I mean, my idea is just to sort of shepherd it, like make sure he doesn't die, like hopefully find a I don't know. It's the kind of thing that it needs a real big. I don't know. It just needs a big uh, company behind it. It's a lot for me to just handle. You know, we've been using it a lot for charity. So we've been doing charity and supporting things like Healthy Humor, which are amazing organization that has medical clowns in a lot of different hospitals throughout the country, and Clowns Without Borders. We just have a new clown nose with a Red Nose Factory, a Bozo nose. That a percentage of that sale is going to go to Clowns Without Borders.
Yeah, that is linked in the description below. I put the link to the pre-orders up now for the Red Nose Factory official Bozo nose. So grab that. That's Red Nose Factory does a great job with their noses. That's about as pro as you can get these days.
Yeah, for sure. They're amazing. Got to get a Clownvis one.
I've been asking him. I've been knocking on their door saying
he'll do it. That's gonna happen.
No, he's a good guy. Yeah, I think
we should hit the road though. I honestly do. I think we should get a little mini, like just test the waters, go out there. Bozo, Clownvis, Chippy, Jozo, Bozo, the first female Bozo the Clown.
Who's great, yeah. You have
Nunu.
And
get out there and get silly.
You have a good
Bring
crew.
some silliness to this world. I mean, you've been doing it your whole life, but.
Well, I would be honored to hit the road with Bozo anytime. Anytime you say the word and I'm there. You know, like I said, getting the call from Bozo. One of the things that Billy Corgan kept saying in Chicago was that his goal is to get Bozo back as a live TV show in Chicago. Now, I don't know that even live TV shows are a thing. I don't know if, no offense, but I don't know if Bozo could be the next Ellen or something like that. But but maybe, I mean, that's
a funny idea?
Maybe so, right? I mean, the sky's the limit. But you know, beyond hitting the road, is there ideas like that, like television or movies for Bozo?
Absolutely, we have amazing concepts. We have concepts of a show.
Yeah.
Speaking of clowns, we have an incredible script that's written for a feature film. So that would be the big sort of launching point. And then we go into a TV show and cartoons. And, you know, we have an album that we finished that we're going to be releasing. So maybe a little mini tour. We have a documentary that's done that it's about sort of trying to bring Bozo back and shining a light on all the good clowns out there.
Yeah, that's something you've said in interviews a lot, is that one of your goals is to shine, like you said, shine a light on clowns that are good. And you know, we know that the world has, and I've seen the tide turns already. The tide has turned already. I think clowns are getting a better reputation than we had. But you know, I remember 2015 when if I was waiting in a car, I thought I might be arrested for being a clown in public. You know, it was really bad for a while.
That would just be funny if that did happen.
Oh, it was no joke. It was
sad and scary.
There's so many times where I was, at least a handful of times where, you know, I was waiting to go. I was a surprise, at a party or something like that, and I had to wait. You know, and I was waiting behind a dumpster, waiting in a car, and I'm like, if somebody sees me, they're just gonna attack me. I'm, you know, like there was I remember tweets from police departments like, if you see a clown, don't shoot it, just call the police. And I'm like, you don't call the cops if you see a clown. We're real people. We're allowed to walk our dogs and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But
the scary clowns gave good clowns a bad name for a long time.
Yeah, but you know, I truly believe there's room for both of us, the good and the bad. Yeah. You know, I work with the Insane Clown Posse a lot, and those are wicked clowns, and I like the scary movies, you know, the scary clown movies. And just like cowboys, you know, you need them both. You need a good cowboy and a bad cowboy. You need the black hats and the white hats.
That's a great way to put it. I never even thought about it like that.
Yeah, and nobody ever says I'm scared of cowboys because there's a bad cowboy.
I am scared of cowboys.
All right, one guy says he's scared of cowboys, David Arquette. But yeah, you know, throw that in the hopper. Maybe a movie where it's you know, a Western style, but it's scary clowns versus good clowns.
That's funny. Yes.
Oh man, but there's been there's been a good response so far for you from bringing Bozo back to life. You've been on TV a couple times. You were on the New Year's Eve ball drop in New York one time, I saw, and you've been
that was a bit of a disaster, but It was funny. See, when I first came back with Bozo, we had done a bunch of research, and they said that the white makeup scared. It was sort of at a time where they initially like thought it was scary,
Right.
so we tried to eliminate it to ease people back into it. But then, especially Chicago was like, and I've never been really great at putting on the makeup, so I've been learning how. But so I don't know. That was a bit of a disaster. I got really like excited and loud, and not that I'm Bozo, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. In the early days of any performer, it takes a while to get your feet wet, and when you're trying to do something high profile like that, like in Times Square when the ball's dropping and the entire country's watching. I mean, it'd be a surprise if everything went smooth as butter, So
yeah, and it's big feet to get wet.
Big feet, man. I mean, and big shoes to fill, man. I mean, think about it. I was thinking about who was the famous weather guy, Willard Scott, who was
Willard Scott. Yeah, he was a bozo, and then they did an event where they sold a bunch of hamburgers for McDonald's, and Ray Kroc wanted to then have Bozo and McDonald's, but it didn't work out, so they made their own version, and that was Ronald. And the original Ronald looked much different.
Yeah, I've seen that. You can see it on YouTube, the old Ronald.
He didn't look anything like it until they had
But that was Willard Scott. He came, and he's credited with the creation of Ronald McDonald, I guess, right? Willard Scott is. And
he had an involvement, yeah.
And that came from his Bozo experience. So, I mean, that is...
Yeah.
That's a real feather in Bozo's cap, to be...
There's a really great picture of Bozo and Ronald together.
Is there? I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's a good black and white photo.
So did you know Larry Harmon?
Yeah, so I met with Larry Harmon and literally took so many meetings. I introduced him to a writer, and he got his memoirs written.
You were behind that? I've read the book a bunch of times.
Oh yeah. I helped connect him with the writer for that book.
That's great.
That was really the best aspect of those early meetings, because we finally got him to sort of be able to put his story down, and he was an amazing guy. He told these incredible stories. It was real, like big fish. You never knew really what was real or what was sort of his imagination. He was a very interesting, very incredible businessman, a really wonderful person. But he told these stories that were kind of like hard to believe, but then we see footage of him going up in space and becoming a fireman and all this
and
stuff.
hanging out with the Zulus, and
what he did with Bozo was just incredible.
Yeah, he's the for you watching. If you don't know who Larry Harmon is, he's the guy that kind of pulled Bozo out of the original Capitol Records. Bozo started as just a recording, as a clown concept on record for Capitol Records, and Larry Harmon was the guy that brought him out and kind of brought him to life, and then trotted the world, trained other people to see through Bozo's eyes, and franchised the show all around. So that's how every region had a different Bozo show, but Bozo took the world by storm in those old days, and was omnipresent. So
he did this amazing thing where he went to all these individual markets, and he'd find the weatherman, and he'd teach him how to become Bozo. He'd provide him with the costume and teach him how to do the makeup and teach him how to do the sort of laugh and all this stuff. And they'd give him a packet of cartoons that they could run in between certain segments. And then they would get him a format for a show, and then they'd give him the grand prize game. And so each sort of market, there was over 200 at one point. Each market had their own Bozo.
Yeah, it's so cool. If you guys haven't read it, go out and get the book. I think it's called The Man Behind the Nose, or The Man Behind the Paint.
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that.
The Man Behind the Nose, I believe.
Yeah. Hey, just to prove that we're live, David, there's a couple super chats. Ted Carnage says, shout out to Dave for bringing back and having the utmost respect for Bozo.
Thank you, Ted.
Yeah, and the other ones aren't coming right up here. Let me see if I can't find them. But yeah, the chats are going wild, and we are live, guys. Usually I bounce off the chats, but getting pretty
I know
deep.
my friend Rick's on.
What's up, Rick?
Thank you, Rick. Rick's an amazing guy.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're in the chats, we do see you, and we appreciate you guys. So thank you. Well, look, man, I'm very excited about the future of Bozo, and you're still making movies and stuff, right?
Yeah. I know. I have a couple coming out. Something called Mob Cops coming out soon, and what else do I have? Oh, something called Unholy Trinity.
Nice.
Coming out.
What movie gets quoted at you most, or what line from a movie gets quoted at you most? Is there like one that sticks out? People quote at you?
It's funny. People have their different like movies that I've done that have resonated with them. Like you'll find your Eight-Legged Freak fans, or you'll find
a lot of them in the chats here.
Scream's sort of making a real resurgence right now.
It is, man.
It's funny because like a younger generation discovered it because of Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera, who were in the 5 and 6. They sort of attracted a whole new group of people.
Yeah, I didn't know why, but I've noticed that it's been insane. I mean, the merchandising and the clamoring for Ghostface stuff, and I mean, I knew it. I knew that the Scream 5 was a hit. That came out right after the pandemic, and it seemed like that was a huge hit. And you've been in all you've been in all the Screams, right?
I was in 5 of them.
Yeah. Did they make them after that? They made one after?
They made one after that.
Who cares about that one, huh? Nobody cared about that one.
There's no spoiler alert.
No, that's cool. Can I tell you my favorite line that I've quoted my entire life?
Yeah.
What was she on the Clydesdale scale? We've said that my whole life, man. Anytime anybody talks about a girl or anything, it's, what was she on the Clydesdale scale?
Yes.
And Ready to Rumble is great, man. Everybody likes Ready to Rumble. People in the chats are talking about that one, and
yeah.
I mean,
Ready to Rumble gets a lot of quotes for sure.
And wrestling is still bigger than ever. I assume. Are your wrestling days over? Or you think you'll get back in the ring anytime?
I don't know. It's something that once it's in your blood, you kind of just have a love for it. I just met the Hardy Boys recently, and that was amazing.
Nice.
I met them at a convention, and I just I should have asked for a picture. I regret not taking a picture with them because I was just nervous meeting them, and they're just amazing. Yeah, so it's something that once you're doing it, once you're involved in it, I don't know. I still never got an action figure. I know I was a sort of stain on the wrestling, on the championship sort of thing, but I am in the record books, so you kind of have to.
A world champion
you have
deserves
to kind of make it.
Yeah, a world champion
include
deserves
me in a
a
video
toy.
game or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be ridiculous not to, right?
You could make a comeback as like a Jimmy Hart type or something. You don't got to break your back,
That's true. You can also come down, like there's a certain way to do, you see certain guys still wrestling. They just do these kind of moves that are evergreen. They're not too hard on you, and you can just kind of have a fun match. I mean, it's punching and kicking really when it comes down to it. And you can have a couple moves that don't have to be, and it's storytelling. If you can tell a good story and you could pump the crowd up, that's really what it's about.
Yeah. A couple super chats. Sir Winston Pickles says, very informative, and thank you.
Winston.
Davidian says, who is your favorite wrestler? Do you have a favorite? You mentioned the Hardy Boys. You got an all-time favorite?
Well, I always loved Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. That was really incredible. But personally, like getting to know DDP, he's just one of the great humans in the world, and just such a wonderful person and inspiration.
Yeah, and you must have got to know him pretty well, huh? From
Mick Foley is just such an incredible guy. He dressed up as Santa Claus.
You told me this. Tell the people.
Oh, this was an amazing story. He he loves Santa Claus. He writes our kids Santa letters. I mean, it's getting close to Christmas, so I don't want to blow any surprises, but he literally writes on this. Oh, here, I have an example. Sorry, I got it right here.
Oh, wow, great. This is a Mick Foley Santa Claus. Whoa! Look at that.
Look, that's Mick Foley.
Whoa!
It's his own stuff, and he handwrites calligraphy.
Hold that up. Are you kidding me? We don't got to read it, but that's handwritten calligraphy?
Yeah.
What
Christmas
in the world?
2001.
What in the world?
And he writes this, and he talks about your pets and things that you're looking forward to. He mentions all of our animals' names, and so he calls me up 2020. He says, "Hey, you think the kids would want a visit from Santa tonight on Christmas Eve?" And I was like, "Well, you can't really say no to that. Like, I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, they would love that. How does that work?" He goes, "Well, usually I'll just come in and they'll see me like kind of putting the presents there. That's the best way to kind of do it." And we have this little setup where into the bedroom there's like a window. It used to be like outside, so it's inside. So it's literally like you could sit at a window and look in and at our Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be there at 11, and then it's 12, and it's like 12:30. He's not there. I'm looking, I'm waiting to see. And he calls me and he's like, "David, I'm at your house, and I don't just see anybody." I'm like, "Mick, you have to come in a gate to get in our house. You are not in our backyard. If you're in a backyard, you're on the other side of town.
Uh-oh.
It's the same address, but it's like it's west and south." Or it's like, "Oh, I better get out of here."
So Mick Foley's Mick Foley's in somebody else's backyard
around 1:00, and then we snuck out. And the kids saw him, couldn't believe it. And he's sitting there, eats the cookies, and he puts the presents down. Just amazing.
Wow. I wish I lived in that house, the wrong house. That'd be amazing to look out and be like, "Wait, is that Santa Claus?" No, it's Mick Foley.
Like you said, like the clown, like you don't want to get shot. Jeez.
Oh man, that's a great story. And wow, I mean, really, we already liked Mick Foley, but that just really puts him up.
Mick Foley is just one of the sweetest human beings. Just like a really world-class person, and his wrestling career is just so funny. He has different characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I find it hard to pick like a favorite.
Yeah, well, those are good. That's a good list. I mean, DDP and Mick Foley and the Hardy Boys. You said Joey Dadbod in the comments asks, "Have you ever been starstruck by anybody?" Imagine it.
Well, yeah, I mean, just the Hardy Boys that last time. That was something. I mean, I've been starstruck a few times, like meeting, Paul McCartney. Like, certain people or. I got to know Quincy Jones really well, and he was just the greatest human being. He's just was such an inspiring person. Wow. And oh man, Paul Rubens. He was one of my dear friends. I got to work with him on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And
one of my favorite friends. One of my favorite movies. And Paul Rubens, I wanted to bring him up because I figured you guys were longtime friends. I've seen your posts about him after he passed away, and You talk about someone who can span generations as far as entertaining adults and kids, and I don't think there's anybody that's done it like Paul Rubens. If you look at a modern day guy like, no offense, Blippy, if you're watching, but Blippy or something like that, I don't think that these newer guys have the effect that Paul Rubens had to somehow connect with us at a very young age, and then in our early 20s or late teens, we still thought he was awesome, and then we get older, and then it's still, I mean, like it doesn't, the magic of Pee-wee that Paul Rubens brought, and is everything he did outside of that too, but it doesn't wear off, and I think Bozo has that same effect and the ability to touch people that in the same way, to reach people in the same way that Paul Rubens did.
Yeah, he was incredible. I learned so much from him about art and about music and about being creative and collecting things, and just he was very meticulous specific about things. He really was a perfectionist and really just knew that character so well, knew his comedy so well. Yeah. He was just such a sweet person too. He loved animals, and I got to really become really close with him and spend a lot of time with him, and was one of the great joys. I mean, when you lose people like that, it's so painful, but you can always go back and just be so grateful that you had them in your life and all the joy that they brought to the world.
No kidding, man. I mean, he's a special guy to us that didn't know him. So I'm sure to know him is a real treasure, and something that's got to it's got to fill your heart, man. That's pretty cool that you got to spend time with him, and he was able to share that magic personally with you, because we could all see it from a million miles away through the screen. So pretty pretty special
There's
stuff.
certain people like Paul, Quincy, Gary Shandling was really sweet person. And these aren't people that I was starstruck by, but there were people in Hollywood and Wes Craven that were extremely kind to me and really just genuine, wonderful people that brought a lot, were very generous with their time and with their, like, would help you and believe in you.
Yeah. Yeah. And in a sea full of assholes, those guys really stand out, right? You just named the 5 nice guys in Hollywood. It's pretty cool that you met them all.
It was funny. I went through this big event for Feeding America, and it was a comedy music event. We had Sheryl Crow and Ben Harper and Sarah Silverman and Gary came up, and it was a strange event. It was for charity, and it was at this place, and it was more of the music side, and then the comedians just came up a little, but it wasn't the best crowd for a comedian. Very difficult room or environment.
Yeah, I've been there.
And he came up to me afterward. He's like, David, you can't put somebody up like that at a thing. It's like, I was like, I get it, Gary. I felt bad because, wasn't supportive of I didn't understand the dynamic. But I was like, Gary, we just fed a bunch of food for families. That's really what this is about. I know it was probably tough on the actor, your jokes are to get the crowd going, but he understood, I guess. But I don't know why I told that story.
Yeah, well, it's you do a lot of charity work, and you got to spice it up. I mean, you can't sit there and talk about the hungry kids the whole time. You gotta sprinkle a little Shandling on it here and there to make it work.
It was amazing. It was. Listen, I'm also from the school of Andy Kaufman. Like, I loved Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, baby.
But he like that's where I don't get, like, even bombing now. Like, I bomb all the time.
Yeah, I've bombed a time or two.
Yeah, I see this is kind of a funny story. I did this charity called Culture City, and I was giving DDP presenting DDP this award that he had just won.
Cool.
And I'm sitting there and I'm super nervous. It's in Alabama. It's a really amazing charity that deals with like sensory sort of kids with sensory issues. Well, they need like headphones and like loud concerts. They'll provide these tents where there's like these lights and bean bags and fidget toys, just certain things. And I'm getting so nervous, and I was realizing, like, whenever I did live TV, just like when the Bozo, when he first came out on that thing, and a lot of talk shows I've done, or Howard Stern or something, I'd always get super nervous, and I'm like, just maybe say too much or just act crazy.
Yeah.
People think I'm on drugs or something. But then I'm sitting there nervous, and they're talking about all these sensory things. And then I go up and I present the award to DDP, and then I finish, and then I'm still nervous. I'm like, I don't have to speak anymore. I don't know why I'm so nervous. And I go into one of these tents, and I start playing with the lights that they have. And I was like, oh, I clearly have this sensory issue that I didn't
Learn
know
about yourself. Yeah, that's, you find yourself in so many situations, I'm sure, you've done a lot of things, but as a clown, you can be in any situation. Like I said, I started when I started, it was like nursing homes and stuff. I started it like just putting it on Craigslist and seeing who might have $50 for me to show up and ruin their boss's birthday party or something, and, it's all about, I guess, laughing last. You don't want it to be a constant failure, and you don't want it to be a constant rub, but that also can't deter you as long as inside you're saying, this is crazy, this is awesome. You get that rush, you get the feeling, and it's fun. But I think
there's a couple of old folks homes around me, and I've been just like daydreaming about, I should just go there. Just,
it's a pretty easy, easy crowd.
Some people that are there.
It's so funny because I would have those same nerves that you're talking about, and then they don't know what's going on, but I mean you have the same nerves and you want to do well, and the feeling after. It's been a long time since I've done it, but I think about that too. I think about just going in and just for the heck of it, and because that feeling you get afterwards is, you really feel good about yourself, and you're not. At least I wasn't doing that to share that feeling with people. I wasn't going online saying, "Hey, I just performed for a nursing home. Pat me on the back." It was just me driving home saying, "Wow, that was like what I went into almost thinking it was like a Kaufman-esque stunt or something that would just be so wild that what if I did this?" And then you leave with that feeling of like, "Oh my God, that was one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever done." I think about it now, and it's more fulfilling than any hipster comedy club that I've done or anything like that. So
yeah. It really is about spreading joy, like bringing joy. That's why I like doing all kinds of movies. Like, it's funny. I even like doing bad movies sometimes. Sometimes you do a movie because you like the script, and then you're clearly on the set, and they don't have enough money in the budget, and it's not the script that you read, and it's going to be kind of bad. So it's fun. Like, you can have fun with that when that happens, because then you're in like a bad movie, and you're in a bad movie. So you can like use it in you want to be real about it. You don't want to like wink at the camera or anything, but you can start doing campy things in a funny way where then it enhances the badness of it.
Yeah.
People don't really understand it too much. I kind of get a kick out of it, even though it might hurt my career or something. But I don't know. But it really is about bringing joy. Like, when you can find the joy, that's really all it's about.
Yeah.
That's why there was one kindness day that me, Bozo, and Nunu just went out and gave balloons out to people.
Yeah.
And it's literally just spreading joy. So I don't know. That's one of my favorite things to do. That's been the hard part about the Bozo part, because a lot of it is about the business end of it and trying to like make money on it or make it a sustainable business in that sense. But to me, it's kind of not even about that. To me, it really is about just spreading joy. And when you get into clowning, the more you learn about it, it's just creating these happy memories for people. It doesn't even matter if you go into an event and it's not that packed, as long as there's somebody there for you to entertain and just cheer up and
that's what I thought
make
when
them smile.
When you were saying about when you're on set and a movie's bad, my brain went to the gigs that I've done, and I've done, unfortunately, a lot of these where I'm on the road, and thank God it's gotten better these days. But I did a lot of years where I would I'd be getting ready thinking, will anybody show up? Is there going to be anybody in these seats? And and then if there was 1, 2, 3 people in the audience, my brain says they're going to get the best show of their life. And I just go balls to the wall, like I'm, Axl Rose in a stadium giving the best show of my life. And those three people, you can tell they're like, what is this? This is amazing. It's, you never let them see you sweat, and you just pull the very best out of the crummiest situations. And that gets you, more joy than, and them more joy than, whatever, being a big shot, selling out a stadium, going, doing your hits,
Yeah, for sure. I've had some fun, like wrestling events that would happen sometimes where it's just a crowd that might be dead or just not into it or not that full.
Yeah.
There's some moments like that, or plays like, oh man, I did this play, Sherlock Holmes, that was such a tough play. I got such like horrible reviews. And then I had to do like 40 more shows of it.
That's a lot.
And I had like an hour and a half of like English dialogue, and I was then convinced after the bad reviews that my accent was shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but
all right, fuck it.
So I don't know. So you have to go on and you have to continue to do it after all that. But in my head, I was like 38, 37.
Oh God, that's
34.
a long time. That's a long stretch.
Yeah,
hey,
it was intense.
In the chats, I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, but call him G. G says, "Hey guys, I have a question for David. Are there any plans to sell Bozo shirts or other merchandise in Brazil? Love ya."
Yes, absolutely. We love Brazil, and we love the Brazil fans out there of Bozo. He was on air, I think, until like 2006 over there, and it had a whole super they just have a real love for Bozo, and Silvio Santos, amazing entrepreneur and actor and businessman. He was had a big love for Bozo. And SBT, a big network out there, really loves Bozo. So yes, definitely, we're definitely planning on bringing Bozo back to all the people that love him. Like all like even for the movie we're writing, like I want Brazilian actors to be involved. I love Brazil. I have a lot of Brazilian fans for some reason, and really some of my really close, wonderful fans.
Yeah, Brazil seems awesome. They pick up on all the rock and roll that America seems to not really cling to, and the characters and everything. I mean, it seems, I've never been, but it seems great.
Oh man, I went once and I didn't stay long enough. I really wish I could.
Let's take
back.
the Bozo show back.
They have this
man. Let's start
big,
there.
Comic-Con kind of thing called CTC or something. I don't know what it is, but I missed my opportunity to go there. So hopefully I'll be able to go to it at some point.
Yeah, man. Well, when we start the Bozo tour, let's start it in Brazil and work our way up. Start driving.
Yeah,
go to Brazil.
We could definitely
north.
perform in Brazil as Bozo. That would go over like crazy. we could just make us it would just be a scene, like even us just going there.
Oh man, just on the airplane. Imagine me and Bozo on an airplane, with Jozo and Nunu, and just flying down there.
It would be ridiculous.
Beautiful. Charter our own plane, get some catering. It'd be nice. Oh man, David,
That might take a few years to get to that level.
Oh, listen, I'll take out a loan. We'll get there quicker than you think, baby.
Thanks, Clownvis.
Oh man, listen, I don't want to keep you much longer, man, because we've almost gone an hour here, but I can't say how much I appreciate you.
I appreciate
spending
you
the
too.
time and talking about this, man. I love what you do. You are you're an inspiration. Are you familiar with the Clown's Prayer? Do you know what the Clown's Prayer is?
What is the Clown's Prayer?
I'll read it to you because
all right.
I think it'll resonate with you. It's something that I think about all the time. I first saw it on a headstone at Showman's Rest outside of Chicago, but this is this is the Clown's Prayer. As I stumble through this life, help me to create more laughter than tears, dispense more happiness than gloom, and spread more cheer than despair. Never let me become so indifferent that I will fail to see the wonder in the eyes of a child, or the twinkle in the eyes of the aged. Never let me forget that my total effort is to cheer people, make them happy, and forget momentarily all the unpleasantness in their lives. And in my final moment, may I hear you whisper, when you made my people smile, you made me smile. And David, I think you have made God's people smile for a long time now, and I know you'll continue to do so. So I'm going to let you go, buddy, and I'm going to say a big thank you for everything you do, and I really appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you. You do the same. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you, Clownvis, for spreading such joy. And that is an amazing, amazing prayer. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, buddy. I'll text it to you later, all right? Ladies
I'm
and
going to
gentlemen,
get it tattooed on me.
Let's go. Let's do it together, man.
That's my next tattoo.
Thank you very much. Chat's going wild saying thank you. They love the interview, man.
Thank you. Love you all.
I appreciate you, David, and we will we'll see you soon, man. I'll see you in Brazil, homie.
I'm going to go take a shower.
Yeah, take that strap and get it wet, baby. Love you, buddy. Thanks for being on.
Love you too, buddy. See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Arquette. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you very much. Fun time. Thank you for all the chat. Sorry I couldn't get to everything. We will go a little longer if you guys want. If you don't got to wrap it up, if you don't got anywhere else to be, I will, I'll talk to, we'll get little Aaron on the line. But before we do that, I'm going to do a quick, I want to do a very special oh hey, I remember that right now. A very special oh hey, I remember that. Maybe this will make you say, oh hey, I remember that. Picture this. It's December 1st. You're in your PJs. You look up at the wall, and there it is in all of its glory. Taped with a couple pieces of tape. It's the Santa Claus 7-Up Advent Calendar. A beacon of holiday anticipation. Forget chocolates, forget your fancy toys. This was simple, this was pure. Each day you'd grab a fluffy cotton ball, and you'd put a little dab of glue in the circled date and stick it right onto Santa's beard. It wasn't just a countdown. It was art. And it was magic. Every cotton ball brought you a little closer to Christmas morning. The beard started patchy. Maybe your stickers, your fingers got a little sticky. Maybe you globbed the glue on the wrong spot. But by the 24th, Santa's face was radiant. His fluffy beard in all of its glory, each piece a reminder of the joy that led you up to the big day. And there at the bottom, well, there was the 7-Up logo, reminding you that it wasn't just about Santa Claus. No. This is about the fizz of a light, clear soda, shared with family members. A celebration of, well, consumerism and high fructose corn syrup. This was not just a calendar. It was a tradition. A little piece of December magic, which we all helped to build. Well, unfortunately, 7-Up no longer makes these magical calendars. But guess what? I do! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Get to ClownvisToTheRescue.com because we're selling them, baby! That's right, the Clownvis Advent Calendars. Available now. Come on! Oh, but Clownvis, I don't have any cotton balls. Guess what? We send you 25 cotton balls. Oh, but I don't have a glue stick. Yeah, you do. I got a glue stick that comes with it. Right there. Oh, but Clownvis, I don't trust your generic bulk glue sticks that you bought. No. It's Elmer's. I sprung for the good ones. So you know they're gonna work. Oh, but Clownvis, what if I get hungry while I'm doing my Advent calendar? You don't think I thought about that? Of course I did. That's why also available Clownvis Christmas Beans. That's right, baby. Clownvis Christmas Beans available now at ClownvisToTheRescue.com. Look at these beautiful things. Look at these beautiful things. This is high quality, better than 7-Up. Printed in full glorious color. That's me. That's what I would look like with a beard. You get the cotton balls, you glue them on each day. You start December 1st, December 2nd. And look, man, fun for all ages. Bring back that magic, but throw 7-Up out the window and replace it with Clownvis. Why not? And throw some not banana, what are they? Throw some Clownvis Christmas beans down your throat. They're red and green, of course, because it's Christmas. And that's a limited time product. We're not going to sell those all summer long. Clownvistotherescue.com. Thank you very much. I grew up with them 7-Eleven calendars, 7-Up calendars. The flavors of the Christmas bean are, I believe, strawberry and green apple. So they are very flavorful. My dentist told me personally to lay off them, so I haven't had more than just a sample to make sure it's all right. And one more thing I'll show you before we bring little Aaron in. Well, two more things I'll show you real quick. This is the record that we were talking about that I did with, I've got a song on there with Bozo. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Ashley saying, great interview. I loved it. And that calendar embodies pure Christmas magic. That's what we aim for. MadamZuzus.com if you want to get one of these white 7-inch records. Look at that. I'm on the cover with the legend himself, Bozo the Clown. Can you believe that? I don't believe it. Honestly, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, I said, did I really make an album with Bozo? Well, one song, yeah, baby. Also, while you're at it, while you go to clownvistotherescue.com, open for a limited time the Clownvis Closet, because I, thank the heavens above, starting next month, I am moving into a new studio, moving up to a new studio, twice the size of Laramie Studios, with so much more opportunity at this new studio. I won't bore you with it until later, but we are clearing this studio out, and I don't want to take everything with me. So earlier this week, we opened up the Clownvis Closet, and I regret to say 90% of the best stuff has sold. I'm sorry. I'm thankful, but I feel bad if you're just hearing about it for the first time. There is still a lot of cool stuff in there. Like it says, rare merchandise, one-of-a-kind things, show-use items, posters. We sold Squeeb's antennas that came off his head. A lot of stuff. Studio gear, some gear that we're not using anymore. All good stuff. So do check that out when you go buy your advent calendar. Also, click the, you'll see at the top of the page, the Clownvis Closet. So check it out. Kenzie Kai, thank you for the super chat. Usually it gives me a list of all the super chats, but that is not showing up tonight, and I can't scroll all the way back. But a big shout out to Nate Sipe. I see yours. And big shout out to Ravenous Lore saying, much clown love. We appreciate you. David, you are great. We hope to see you again here on Clownvis. That is absolutely true. Shout out to Beatloaf. Thanks for the super chat, Beatloaf. Sir Winston Pickles. And everybody else that super chatted. It means a lot, and I apologize. We were getting deep. I could have talked for hours, man. I could have talked for hours about Buffy the Vampire Slayer alone. Or Eight-Legged Freaks. Or Airheads. Ready to rumble. Scream. But the fact that David's out there breaking his back for Bozo the Clown to exist is that means the world to me, and I see it means a lot to you guys. And to everybody, I know that there's some other people. I saw Penny was in there. Hey, Penny, thank you for joining us tonight, and a lot of other people. Thank you for joining us for the the big night. And again, don't just come around when we have big Hollywood celebs on. Join me every week here on Clownvis to the Rescue. And I can tell you guys, truly, and as I open the system back up here to pull little Aaron in, I can tell you guys, truly, that I will be moving into the new studio. It should not disrupt the show through the end of the year. We should be able to hit all the Wednesdays on point without disrupting the show. And then starting in the new year, I'm talking the same show that we've always done, but with so much more that we'll be able to do out of this studio. Tracking, much more music I can make, much more content. As you can see, there's only so much room in here. I can barely stand up. But there will be a lot more room to stand up. Also, I'll be located in the heart of St. Louis, which will lend itself to having more guests in live and not just on Zoom. So when bands I know are in town or friends are in town or people from St. Louis of merit that are amazing people, we can get them on the show. Right now, I'm in the sticks, baby. I'm in the woods. I've been hiding out here for going on 5 years. Almost 5 years here at Laramie Studios, ladies and gentlemen. And I've loved every minute, well, maybe not every minute of it, but I've loved most minutes of it. And to be moving up, moving out means the world. And when I opened the Clownvis Closet just a few days ago via the socials, I wanted to just clear this stuff out, give it a good home. We will have a little more of an overhead with this new studio. So I was hoping to, let's try to make that deposit first. Let's try to make the transition smooth. And you guys, I absolutely cannot thank you enough for caring enough about this show to want this stuff, to pick up this stuff, to actively almost sell out. Like I said, almost sell out of all the, all the top items. And there's still plenty of cool stuff that won't last. And the closet will not be open long. So do check it out. But it means a lot that everybody cares enough to keep this old train rolling. So thank you. Let's bring in little Aaron. Little Aaron, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy? Welcome.
What's going on? Thank you. That was an awesome interview.
Oh,
that was so fun.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
David's a great guy, huh? Such an easy guy to talk to.
Yeah, he seems so nice, just so laid back.
He's a cool guy. He's a very cool guy and just an interesting guy. I meant to ask him if he's ever going to write a book because he's got, imagine he's got to write a book, huh?
That would be awesome. Yeah. I would read it.
I would too.
I would totally read it. Yeah.
I'd read maybe the audio book. I just started. I just did my first audiobook. So let me ask you this: if you fully listen to everything of an audiobook, and then I'm having a conversation a week later, can I say I read it, or do I have to say I listened to an audiobook? This is an old book.
I mean, I think it counts, don't you?
It definitely counts. It definitely counts because I could pass a book report, because I could pass a test on. So I know it counts, but the question is, if I say I read the book, can I just say I read the book, or do I have to say? Because say I'm saying, I read in David Arquette's book that he was friends with Paul Rubens, or would I have to say, I listened to David Arquette's audiobook and I learned that he was friends with Paul Rubens, and he doesn't have a book yet. I'm just saying hypothetically.
Right.
In the chat,
I guess probably listen to it. I would say listen to it, but I don't know. What about a poll? Do we need a poll?
Let's put up a poll for that, because it's already split. I see
it's hard.
Chiburi says I read the book with my ears, is what they say. Tetsu says I listened to the audiobook. Janie says I learned from the book. That's a good way to say it.
Hey, there you go.
I learned from the book that.
I learned from the book. That's a good loophole right there. That's a good one.
Until some smart Alex says, oh yeah, what page did you read that on?
Oh, like you're going to remember. You could just make up one. 85.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Let me put you on full screen so we get that out of there. There we go. Good point.
Yeah, they never know unless they read it. And then you could school them.
Well, there's always someone somewhere with a big nose who knows and will call you out. Oh, wow. This was fun. I had a good night tonight. I'm glad you're here. I feel bad. I hope you weren't waiting too long. I would have had you on. If the technology was there, I would have had you on, together. We could have tagged team the match, as they say in wrestling. But
I know.
As this system we have here, it's a one in, one out.
Right. It's totally fine. I was having fun in the chat. We were all just hanging out.
Yeah, I saw that. Chats were going crazy, and thank you guys in the chats. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate y'all being as enthusiastic as I am about it.
Yeah, all week I've been so excited for tonight. I'm always excited, but tonight was just like a special night, you know?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
So
We
fun.
don't always, I've never wanted this show to hinge on guests because I fundamentally don't like that. Because for instance, I was such a fan of Dave Letterman and Conan for that matter. I love the late night format done by David Letterman and Conan specifically.
Yeah.
But it felt so, they would come on, monologue would crush, opening bits would crush, especially Conan. But out of this world, and then they would have to sit down with Ella McPherson and talk about some vapid crap. You know what I mean? Like
I know.
So, and you see it too much that shows hinge on celebrity guests. And I'm not saying this show. Look, I spent the better part of last week talking about my appearance at Macadoodles, so I know that maybe sometimes a celebrity guest can help. But also, I got to address this. I've seen a couple people talking about they've seen ads tonight, and I do see that the ad thing is on. I don't think that I changed anything, excuse me. But I must have. But I did not intentionally do that. So, if you're seeing ads, maybe you don't have the maybe if you have Pro YouTube or whatever, pay YouTube, you don't see ads, and if you don't, you do. But I apologize for the ads. I don't know. I don't think I switched anything differently, but I will make sure. I'm not looking for the ad money. I know that if they show you guys 45 ads, I would probably make 30 cents. So I'm not trying to ruin the experience with ad money here. Hey, Todd Edwards.
In the big bucks.
Todd Edwards says, great interview with David Arquette. Hi, little Aaron. We appreciate the great work you guys do. Well, thank you, Todd Edwards.
Thanks, Todd. And hi.
Hey.
And no, by the way, I wasn't waiting too long. I just want to throw that out there. You could have talked all night long.
Oh, well,
Okay.
let's get him back on the line and put you back in the hole. Let's put you back in the hole.
In the corner.
No, it's fun. And like I was saying before, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat as soon as I'm done here. I don't know why.
Oh no. Ken, what did you do?
Ken Treadway put a frog in my throat.
Banned again.
I'll stop clearing my throat in just a second. Let me take a drink.
Yeah. Ken, I know this is all your fault, man.
But I do want to say one more time, and we've talked about this, little Aaron, that the future has never looked brighter. We will finish the year strong here at Laramie Studios. I don't think we'll make the switch before then. But one thing I do want to show you guys that we haven't talked about yet is, I announced this on my socials, but we haven't talked about it here since last week because it just got announced. And that is, if you like things like insane clowns and Christmas, you want to come to Columbus, Ohio on December 21st. Because I just hacked up the frog and swallowed him because I am hosting, look, that's me right there. I am hosting the Insane Clown Posse's Big Balla Holiday Party live at Kemba Live in Columbus, Ohio. I know, listen, I've had the pleasure to perform with the Insane Clown Posse maybe 100 times in the last 7 years or so. But I have not done the holiday party. I've not done Big Ballas with him yet. And I got to say, every year, I got a little FOMO. Every year, I'm like, well, I am kind of a Christmas clown. I could flex a little at the Christmas show. But thank the Wicked Clowns for inviting me out. It's going to be totally awesome. Shaggy the Airhead, Ouija Mac, JCW Wrestling, DJ Clay, Mikey Clark, Wacko the Kid, and the world's most dangerous stunt show, along with Jay and Shaggy, the legendary Insane Clown Posse.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm a firm believer in ending the year strong. I'm not I don't want to flatline, and I don't want to fizzle out.
No.
As far as I know,
you gotta finish strong.
As far as I know, we'll be doing the live stream, the coast to coast live stream.
Yeah,
Look,
that's coming up so fast.
I can put
it?
you in this room
so
too. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, the New Year's Eve. I shouldn't announce it officially because I don't even know. Maybe it's a weird day or something, or I don't know. But
I don't even know.
But yeah, I believe we're doing the 4-hour live stream.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I've done the New Year's Eve. I've done the New Year's Eve live stream since this show's been alive. So I guess this will be, I don't know, the 4th or the 5th. I don't know. 4th, I guess.
We're gonna have to really get razzle dazzled up that night. You know what I mean?
I don't know. This is my best jacket. Where do I go from here? I gotta put two jackets on.
In your hair.
I'll have to wear the blue one and the red one at the same time.
Yes. There you go. Double it up.
And then
I'll take it back. I gotta get razzle dazzled. How about that?
All right. We'll leave the razzle dazzle to you. I'm just a schleppy old clown.
I'll just get a pantsuit. It'll be all good.
That's what's up.
Shoulder pads.
That's what's up.
Be ready.
We'll get matching pantsuits.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I'll be moving into this new studio, which I'm so excited about, guys. I can't, That's so awesome. And then I've got plans for the new year. That is, Willow Flame asks if we're doing the Nog Along this year. I gotta say, I don't know. Should we? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I will if you do.
Nog Along is something that we've done every year, I guess. We've done the Nog Along, and it is. It's one of those things where it's an idea. It sure as hell is an idea, but then you go to execute it, and you're like, well, what am I going to do? Just drink too much eggnog? And the only outcome, if I drank too much, would be regurgitating eggnog projectilely.
That's never a good time.
No, I did the donut. I did the donut. I thought, I'll do the donut eating challenge on the 4th of July.
Uh-huh.
And we all remember what a disaster that was. I'm such a lightweight. I got 4 donuts in, and I started sweating and drooling, and I almost passed out. I was yawning and burping, and
I was worried about you. I was really worried.
I was worried about.
I know. I have to admit, I've tried to keep up with you on the Nog-alongs, but last year I couldn't. I
love
drank
it.
1 cup.
I do love eggnog. Ashley in the super chat says, Clownvis, you always razzle dazzle. Well, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I take that statement back. That's me. I need to be razzled.
No, we can, really I think we can both step up our razzle and dazzle for New Year's Eve. Otherwise, this is everyday razzle dazzle.
Hey, does that mean I get to be like Regis on New Year's?
Yes, that's exactly what that means.
Come on, let's do it.
That's exactly.
I gotta start practicing my Regis.
Yeah, what does that mean? You just run around? Does he run around?
I don't know. I just remember a line from Conan, actually. There was a guy in a bear suit running around.
We remember the masturbating bear.
I just remember Regis was trying to shove him into a closet or something. And he just get in there. And me and my brother have said that ever since.
Well,
kind of like the Clydesdale scale. That's the same with me and him too.
What was she on the Clydesdale scale? God, if I had $1 for every time I'd said, what was she on the Clydesdale scale, I would be retired. I would be done working, baby.
I know. Seriously. So good.
So good, man. So many, so many memories from David Arquette. My whole life, man. What a guy.
I know. Buffy.
Yeah. Buffy, maybe the coolest he's ever looked is that vampire in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. I mean, just maybe the coolest vampire ever. And he just looked awesome.
Yeah, he did. And with Rutger Hauer in there,
Yeah.
and
Luke Perry.
Pee-wee. Yeah,
Pee-wee.
Luke. I
Yeah.
know.
Really legendary.
Mm-hmm. Ready to rumble.
Made me feel good. Yeah, and ready to rumble. Listen, man, we can't just talk about David Arquette movies all night. We've
know.
already been here
We're
almost
just
2
smitten
hours.
right now.
I know. Me too. And I'll tell you guys, Ready to Rumble's on Tubi. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where can we watch that? Look that up.
I don't
Let
know.
me see here. Let's see. Buffy.
That's a
Vampire
classic.
Movie streaming. Yeah, looks like you can rent it for $4 anywhere you want. Anything you can rent for $4 now, you know? Now that all the blockbusters have been burned down to the ground and Redbox is just a memory, you can magically rent anything for $3.99. So maybe do that on a slumber party some night. That's what Willow says. That's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe this Friday I'll do it.
Maybe we
I'll
do
it this
maybe
week.
on your Discord slumber party do a all David Arquette night. This is the
There
best
we go.
of
Yeah,
David
we'll do
Arquette
it.
drive-in.
We'll set it up.
And speaking of movies, you told me earlier that today is the anniversary of Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's my favorite TV show.
On Sunday. Sunday coming up. Yeah. Yes. It aired in 1988 on November 18th.
My God, how many years ago was that? That's 100 years ago.
That was actually, no, it's not November 18th. We missed it. Was it last Sunday?
Last Sunday. Well,
yeah. Yep.
I as a tradition that I've done since I was young, since since the early 90s, is the Turkey Day Marathon. Every Thanksgiving,
Yes.
I spend watching Mystery Science Theaters all day long. And now, thank God, if you're a Mystery Science Theater fan, you know, for a couple of years, it was a little shoddy because we didn't know they weren't on cable and before they came back. And then for the last few years, they've done well with either whatever strange platform they were on, or they had their own platform for a while, or Netflix has them. But now it looks like YouTube owns it all. And there is a constant live marathon of Mystery Science Theater movies 24/7 that are showing live. You can just drop in live and be watching it. You know, you start it and it's in the middle of the movie or whatever, and you're watching it live with a bunch of other people and you're sharing the experience. And in my mind, and it could be any episode, and in my mind, it's like a never-ending marathon, and it's better than ever. So still
It's so awesome.
I could never get enough Mystery Science Theater. I love it. I love it.
Same. I watch it almost daily at this point on YouTube. It's just like my go-to thing now.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
So good.
Same. I watch it when we're working in the warehouse and we're doing stuff. Me and Robert Dog. Yeah, we love it.
Mm-hmm.
And
awesome.
Do you have did you say you have a trivia about, or trivia based around this, around Mystery Science Theater somehow?
Yes, I have a trivia game, and you can pick different categories, but it's based off of Mystery Science Theater.
Ooh.
So space trivia, robots, bad movies, or Mystery Science Theater. And so you can just, whatever you feel like the next question you want to do, you could do a robot, or you could do a bad movie that's been on Mystery Science Theater.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go in the box and do this. Let's have a little trivia. This is fun.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
thought, Mystery Science Theater needs a little light shine on it. It's just such a good show.
Let's end the show with a little game and a little Mystery Science Theater love. I love it.
Yeah. And Joel was the best. I just got to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Mike was all right. But
Joel is my favorite. Mike is. Oh, I mean, listen. I honestly, I like them all.
I do too.
Jonah, the Jonah episodes, the newest ones were awesome. If they made some after that, maybe for their Patreon, maybe I didn't see the newest, but the Gauntlet and the ones that were on made for Netflix are just perfect, And the Mike years, where I kind of, if I draw any line with Mystery Science Theater, it's with TV's Frank. After TV's Frank and Dr. Forrester, that's where it gets a little mucky for me. I don't like the bits as much.
Yeah.
After Dr. Forrester and TV's Frank were gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of like the time to go get a snack. But
Sugar
Dr. Frank
Sugar
was
Kuiper in the chats. I see you, Sugar. And Nate, I see you. Extraneous, I see you. John Gianti, Get Kitten, Beat Loaf. Matthew, I'm just saying what's up to the Darkly Yours.
What's going on, guys?
Darkly Yours gives Elvira a shout out. I'll give Elvira a shout out. That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case she's watching. You never know. She's probably friends with David.
Probably. I want to be friends with Elvira. That'd be cool.
Would be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to get the game. What's up, Mystery Flavor and Andy Boz? Everybody's saying yo to me now.
Okay, do you want the first question to be space trivia, robots, bad movies, or mystery science theater trivia?
Robots.
Robots? All right. Let me see here. Sorry, I just got to
take your time
here really quick.
We got all night.
Okay.
Suck up all the bandwidth we can on YouTube here.
Okay. Where does the word robot come from? Was it derived from the Japanese word roboto, meaning machine person? Derived from the Greek word autonomous, meaning self-moving machine? Or derived from the Czech noun robota, meaning forced labor?
Oh, that's a tricky one. The oldest... give me, what'd you say the Greek one was? That would be like...
Automatanos, meaning self-moving machine.
Did you say Japanese or Chinese?
Japanese. Roboto.
I'm going to go with
machine
Greek.
person.
I'm going to go with Greek. The Greek.
The Greek?
Yeah.
It was the Czech.
Oh my God, that wasn't even on my radar.
I know. It's forced labor is what it means.
No, who cares?
Yeah.
Those machines deserve it. They deserve their forced labor. All right, try it again.
Okay.
Try it again.
Okay. Do you want robots, space, bad movies, or MST?
Give me MST3K.
All right, let's go there. Let's scroll on down. Okay. The last episode that featured Joel was what movie?
Ooh.
Was The Unearthly, Marooned, or Mitchell?
Mitchell was early. I'm going to say Marooned.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, now with that look, it's not. What was the first question? What was the first answer?
Mitchell, Marooned, or The Unearthly?
The Unearthly.
It was Mitchell.
Oh, God damn it.
Joe Don Baker's Mitchell.
Oh, God. All right, then we're all right. This game's just a throwaway.
Okay.
Next question.
It's okay.
Let's
it's
do,
okay.
what was the, aliens? Is there aliens? What's the category?
There's space.
Space.
Space? Okay. Yeah. I know I should have thrown aliens in there.
No, it's all right. Space.
Okay. Approximately how old is the universe?
Oh, God. According to who?
Science. 5 billion years, 100 billion years, or 13.7 billion?
I can picture Neil deGrasse saying 13.7, so I'm going to say 13.7.
That's right.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. See, you're on the roll now. You're
Easy.
up on the mountain.
Easy. You hear that, Neil deGrasse high? I got 13.7. All right.
Neil deGrasse high.
Whatever his name is. Hit me again.
Good. Okay. What category would you like? Bad movies?
Bad movies.
Bad movies? Okay. Let's see. What is the real plot? Okay.
Oh, gosh.
The slime people. Is this the real plot? After a truck spills green slime on the 101 freeway, a parasitic ooze takes over human bodies to spread. Now, a group of survivors must stop the slime before it engulfs Los Angeles. Or is it after Los Angeles is invaded by an army of subterranean monsters, a small group of people must fight for survival in the deserted metropolis?
Subterranean monsters.
It is!
Thank you. Yes, it's gotta be subterranean monsters.
Slime people. I want to be a slime person.
Yeah, you're almost there.
I am almost there.
I don't know what that means, but it makes sense. All right, try it again. What do we got?
What do you think? What do you
Robots.
wanna
Let's
do?
go back to robots for 1,000, Alex.
Robots? All right. Let's go back up here. Okay. The first robot was an industrial robot named Unimate in 1954. After the patent in 1961, Unimate went to work. Where did it work? Was it American Motors, Ford Chrysler, or GM?
I've never heard of this robot, but I'm going to say GM.
It is GM.
Yeah, Clownvis. That's me. Doing well.
Heck yeah. Yeah, he's like one of those arm guys.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
sounds like an
Just
arm guy.
Forced labor. Forced labor.
It's good.
There he is.
Put him to work. Oh, what are you going to do? Scratch his back?
Aw,
It's a
give him a little
robot.
treat.
Put him to work. All right. What
Get him
else?
to work. Okay. See, you're doing good. And we only have 4 more.
Thank you.
so.
I'm going to get a robot to pat my back.
A masseuse robot?
I think that's just
I don't know.
a massage chair. I think they have those at, what's that store? What's that shop?
Spencer's?
No, not those. No. Turn it around. Not that. Special interest or something. What's the name of this? What's the name of the shop?
The shop with a massage chair?
Yeah, massage chairs, universal remote controls, Sharper Image. That's what I'm talking about. Sharper Image.
Yeah, in the mall.
Yes.
Is that the place? They have like the kinetic sand and all the weird stuff in there.
Way different massages than they have at Spencer's. Next question.
All right, would you like
Brookstone. The chat is saying Brookstone. Is that different? That sounds
Brookstone,
right too.
That's what I'm thinking of.
That sounds right
Yeah.
too. Maybe Sharper Image. It was the catalog. I don't know.
Sharper Image sounds familiar too, though.
I don't know.
Is this a Lithgow moment again?
I think so. I think so. John Lithgow, was he a soup guy or a Brookstone guy or a Sharper Image guy? Brookstone.
maybe all
Was
of the
Brookstone a magician?
Brookstone.
That's Blackstone. Was Blackstone the magician?
I don't know.
The magic
Was
kits?
that a show?
No, the
Sounds
magic.
like a cowboy show.
The magic kits you would buy. Blackstone? No, you're thinking of Gunsmoke. All right.
All right. What one do you want to do next?
Robots again. You got another robot in
Robots?
you? Yeah.
I do have another robot.
Okay.
True or false? Vacuum robots are now the most popular type of household robot.
That's gotta be true. Those suckers are floating around every floor in the Midwest. Roomba! I'm gonna call it a win. Yes.
I want a Roomba.
I want a Roomba too. I feel I don't know. I don't know if it would bode well with my lifestyle, but I think I might get too attached.
I know.
You seen those?
That's the thing. I even tell Siri thank you.
I do too. Yeah. When I use Chat GPT and stuff, I say please and thank you and stuff. You don't need to.
Same.
You don't need to do that. You treat a robot like a scumbag. You seen these videos? I know. But have you seen these videos of the Roombas running away? There's my buddy Jenny always sends them to me. There's videos of these Roombas that get loose and they just go.
What?
Yeah.
They're on the run?
They're just on the run, man. They get out of here. Roombas get out sometimes. And they just
That's
go.
crazy.
Yeah, it's funny.
I love that. I'm gonna have to look that up now. Write that down. Video Roomba.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to do space, robots, bad movies, or MST?
Let's do MST3K again because I claim to be a fan, so I should know.
Okay. What does Crow T Robot's middle name or initial stand for?
I would assume but what is? Go ahead and give me that multipiece.
Thomas, Theodore, or the?
I think it's the.
It is the.
Yes. That's cool.
Aww.
That's cool, man. I like that.
I do too. So simple,
I didn't know that, but I like it. Yeah.
No. Little Tom Servo, little cutie pie, little hands.
I love them all.
I
them.
know.
I don't think of them as fake at all.
I don't either. And I love like the early episodes with Joel where it was just like a total, I don't know how to explain it.
I can explain it. He was stoned out of his gourd in the early days. In those early episodes, man, he can barely get a sentence out. He's just he can't believe it either. He can't believe he's talking to those robots. Oh, I've been there. All right, next question. What else we got?
Okay. What category would you like?
Space, outer space.
Space? Okay. Back to space. Let's see. What accounts for approximately 85% of matter in the universe? Is it gas matter, solid matter, or dark matter?
Let's say dark matter.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
It is dark matter.
Yeah! A lot of dark matter hanging around. I say that because every time I look around, I'm like, there's a lot of void. I mean, I can see to my what's on the wall. I see these guitars, but what the hell is all this right here? It's got to be dark matter. It's got to be antimatter. It's got to be something's missing, or else I would be the guitar.
Whoa!
Where's Joel, man?
Right on, man.
All right. Is that 10? Okay. How many we got? We got another one?
You got two more.
All right, let's do it. Let's do robot.
Robot? Okay. Let's see. The world's largest robot is a 56-foot long creature. What kind of creature is it? Is it a Loch Ness monster, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, or a fire-breathing dragon?
How big?
It's 56 feet long.
Probably, China. I was going to say dinosaur, but China has so much dragon stuff going on, and they're robot crazy. I'm going to crawl out on a clown limb here and say dragon.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It's a dragon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I never seen it. I've seen big dinosaurs, but figured they probably got a big dragon somewhere.
Yeah, I saw a video of it yesterday. It's crazy.
Chinese?
I want to say it was in Germany.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure.
Probably Chinese guys. There's Chinese guys in Germany.
I'll send it to you.
Right.
I'll find it.
Send it to me. We'll get to the bottom of this. All right, last question. Don't let me down. Let's go with if we got another MST3K, let's do it because that's what we're talking about.
All right.
I like how your body disappears.
Do you like that? I know.
Every once in a while, your body disappears and you're just a head.
I'm still dead, right? So
yeah, you're a ghost.
Okay, true or false? In high school, Joel bought an Elton John album of the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album, and he was inspired by the artwork for the song I've Seen That Movie Too, which featured a silhouette couple watching a film in a dark theater. Is that true or false?
Gotta be true.
It is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I know the picture and I like it. I believe it.
Yeah, it makes sense, huh?
Well, that was fun. We did pretty well there. I think. What is my total?
You only missed 2 out of 10.
Whoa! I missed the first 2, and then I got them. Look, there goes your buddy.
Oh wait, am I here? No. Oh.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
What's happening? Well, thank you, little Aaron. That was a great game. Really strong ending to a strong show. What a fun time we had tonight.
Yeah, tonight was awesome.
I would like to tell everybody to go and watch your favorite David Arquette movie tonight, and follow him online if you're on Instagram. I've been tagging him on my last few posts, and make sure you're following him. Also, the real Bozo the Clown on Instagram. And if you want that Bozo nose, that is linked below by Red Nose Factory, who is got to be the leading Red Noses. I'm not sponsored by them or nothing. My nose is not Red Nose Factory produced or anything like that. But from the clowns I've talked to, they do a great job. And if Bozo's behind them, they gotta be number one. Also, remember, go check out the Clownvis Closet while it's open. A lot of cool stuff I found. So the deal is, Little Aaron, I'm digging through these boxes, trying to lighten the load. I don't want to take a bunch of stuff I don't need. And I'm not a big collector of my own stuff. I tend to climb a mountain and then forget I even climbed it. And I don't care about it. You know, not that I don't care about it, but somebody could care more. So like I found, after the initial blast on Clownvis Closet, sold all the good stuff. Then I found one of the little, what do you call that? Little Clownvis from Outer Space dolls. And I had two of them. And I'm like, well, I only need one for my own archive. So I put one up. And it sold right away. Same with the original Little Clownvis doll. And like I said, Squeeb's original antennas.
I saw those on there.
The Hank Williams doll, the Big Bad Blogan. Got him out of here. Don't need to use him again. So I'm not, it's not, you know, the puppet I'm keeping. Brainina robot body I'm keeping. You know, stuff like that I'm keeping. I'm not getting rid of everything, but there's enough that I want to share with the people. And like I said, it does help to just cut out the moving costs, cut out that new overhead for the first lump here to get us into the new year. And it's not going to be open long. Also, one thing that I sell on there is posters. A lot of old posters, a couple show posters, and also like the original Clownvis crew pins and the original crew patches. I found like 4 of each of them. I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't need them. Put them up for the same original price. I'm not upcharging for those. You know, just put them up for the original price and sell the last 4. A lot of times the merchandise, you know, it'll sell down to 1 or 2, and I take it off the website and I throw it in a trunk. And then, you know, I go back to the trunk. I'm like, well, I don't need it now, you know. One thing I did find that I didn't put on here that's not even worth anything, but I had, we made Hot Clown Summer 2021 purple sports bottles.
Yeah.
And
I have one right over here.
yeah, I sold a bunch of them. And then at the gathering of the Juggalos, I bought the rest of the box and I threw them out, gave them out for free. Turns out I had a whole nother box, an entire box I never even opened. So I have a whole box of these two Hot Clown Summer 2021. So maybe I just hang on to those until 31, and they'll be more nostalgic. You know, maybe I hang on to those, or maybe I'll put some up. I don't know, but it's stuff like that. Oh yeah, I sold off in Steve Man 5000, who is responsible for the. Steve Man is responsible for the beautiful Santa Clownvis artwork. I don't think I said that earlier.
So cool.
But Seaver says, who bought the Clownvis Troberween trophies? Remember I got all them trophies from the Mayor's Scare last year?
Yeah. Somebody bought them?
Yeah, it's like a frog trophy and a clown trophy and a cone, a safety cone trophy. And Christopher Perry bought those. Thank you, Christopher Perry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I saw your picture, your autographed picture with Lemmy up on there.
Yeah, somebody bought that. That was cool because I moved the shelf, but I have that in a big gold frame. I have that one in a really, and that was always here at this shelf that was next to me, which is not here now. But then I had that other one because I have kind of a wall of fame, you know, of pictures. But I'm like, I'm going to put the gold one up. I don't need, you know, so I sold that one, you know, and just little things like that, you know, that's, you know, I'm not getting rich, and it's just a way to clear out, and it's like a really fun garage sale, you know? Right? So check that out, gang, before it closes up. Anything that doesn't make it, maybe go to your local Goodwill and you'll find a Clownvis poster. I'm not going to hang on to this stuff. I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I'll hang on to it and open the closet later. Some old T-shirts, you know, some old T-shirts I don't wear anymore, but let me show you guys one more time. We showed you this. Let me show you. Probably my favorite thing we've ever made is this Clownvis Santa Clownvis Advent Calendar.
So cool.
I got one hung up already.
Really?
Yeah. And I know December didn't even start. Maybe I'll put some cotton balls on my eyebrows or something, but I'm so glad.
I love that you have 25 cotton balls in there too. That's so legit.
Well, my first thought was, who the hell has cotton balls? This is in 1987. I don't know why people would even have cotton balls anymore. Wait a minute! Don't show me show me a bag of cotton balls. Little Aaron. What the hell?
See? I got the stuff, man. I'm telling you.
I don't know why people use cotton balls, man. I don't know. I just had them, I guess, in the house because my mom had them. I don't know. Shout out to my mom. I love you, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Your mom's the best. She's so cool.
But, yeah, so maybe people do have cotton balls. People say makeup remover. I don't know nothing about that.
For my nail polish.
Ah, nail polish.
Mm-hmm.
All natural. It's my natural fingers, baby. Natural under finger color for me. Well, yeah, I just figured people didn't have cotton balls because I think of it as a childish thing, but maybe that's because I just was a child once. I don't know.
They're a rare thing, though. It's like you buy a bag of cotton balls like once a year.
And I have the ones we got are jumbo cotton balls to make sure that they fit the circle. So it's not like if you have little ones, you know, maybe they're not going to fill me out, but these will fill me out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, these will fill me out.
I can't wait to see people's when it's all full.
I plan on I'll post every day on Instagram at least, you know. I'll post every day my my advent calendar of Clownvis.
It's exciting.
And limited time only. And believe me, I don't want to be stuck with any of these things. Clownvis Christmas beans.
Oh my god. I forgot you said you have those now.
Yeah.
I even wrote it on here. I was like, I gotta write it.
Yo, this was a surprise to everyone. Nobody saw these coming. Nobody saw these coming. Clownvis Christmas beans. People said, oh, maybe for the holidays he'll bring the banana beans back. Nope. We go above and beyond.
Even better.
Yeah. Clownvis Christmas beans. And you see, the back is not pictured, but it says on the back, it ain't Christmas without the beans. That's what it says. They're delicious. Awesome. Yeah, they're delicious.
I can't wait to try them.
Yeah. And one more time, get in on that Bozo record before it sells out. Put out by Billy Corgan himself. Just think about it. Just think about that. Think about Clownvis on a Bozo record put out by Billy Corgan. Wouldn't you want that?
Oh yeah.
It's not look, it's not the cheapest record. Well, I don't know how much records cost these days. But it's $25 for the 7-inch. Maybe that's normal. I don't know.
I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. The last whatever Bouncing Souls 7-inch I bought, I think it was $5 in 1997, but I don't know. I don't know. But it is, and there, Seaver just put it in the comments. But again, these are, it's white vinyl. It's Bozo. You got Clownvis and the whole crew on there, man. And that's the only way to get the song. So.
That's awesome.
And it's a funky.
I pre-ordered mine. I'm waiting.
Good. Listen, I heard that they are, and I don't know if I should be saying this, but I heard that the records just got finished. So I don't know. They should be. I don't know what that means. They're shipping soon or what, but I did hear that they are pressed.
Yay!
Yeah. So
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty honored. So, all right, y'all, that's it. Well, let me show you. If you guys are still hanging out, I'll let you know one more time because I told you about ICP, but there's a couple other gigs you can see me at right here. Like this one. One of my favorite things to do. I do this every year. This will be the 5th year in Logansport, Indiana, with my friends, the Goldenrods, who are so near and dear to me. I love the Goldenrods. If they were chocolate, if they were pieces of chocolate, I would eat them. But they're not. They're people. And that's the 2024 Clownvis Holiday Fling. This will be the 5th year. For the last 4 years, I've been doing it. And we pack this place, bonus pints. Last year, you couldn't move. You couldn't breathe. I'm not trying to scare you from going, but you couldn't breathe. And as soon as I finished, I had to go outside and just breathe. I feel like David Blaine in a burial stunt. I had to step outside so I could breathe with an inhaler, oxygen tank, because it's such an awesome time. And it's a free show, and it's all ages. It's full of kids and stuff. So it's a great time. Great time. And if you're in St. Louis and you need the Clownvis beer, if someone in your life wants the Clownvis beer, meet me up at Four Hands. I'm doing my friends' Sixth Dimension. They're doing a holiday bazaar. There'll be all kinds of crafts and small business things. I'll be there hanging out. I'll be on the mic goofing around a little bit, I think. And I'll have my own merch booth there if you want to meet me there. Save on shipping if you're in St. Louis. And like I said, it's at Four Hands, so they will have the Clownvis beer right there. And then December 6th, Granite City, Illinois, the famous Granite City where all the granite was made in the old days. I think that's how it got its name. But I'll be at the Mill. Very cool place in Granite City. The following night, catch me in St. Louis at the premier venue, The Pageant. Part of Punk Rock Christmas, 2 shows, also all ages, family events. Bring the kids if you want, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. And it'll be an awesome time. And then, of course, not a family event. Meet me the 21st in Columbus, Ohio with the Wicked Clowns. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show it's been.
So
what a
fun.
Time. What a time, huh?
Yes. I'm telling, every week gets just more fun and fun.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Nothing better. No better show than this. Just throwing that out there. No better people than the people in the chats.
I don't think so. Yeah, I've watched some shows and I don't see any better.
No.
And to the people that just tuned in tonight, like I said at the top of the show, I see you, I shame you. We do this all the time. If you're here to be a star effer, that's fine. You can still come. We'll still welcome you. But we will see you and we will shame you. But we still welcome you.
Where have you been?
Where have you been? You hurt our feelings when you don't come. Just
don't stand us up like that.
Don't just come around when we have good things going. Be here when I'm at my lowest. By the way, I joke about I said up top Macadoodles. I did an appearance at Macadoodles, which is a new liquor store in Dardine Prairie, Missouri. And as I was driving there, I posted it on Instagram. As I was driving down Highway 40, getting off in the exit, what did I see? My face on a billboard.
Yeah.
A giant billboard. Look, I'll show you guys the picture.
So cool.
So, listen, Macadoodles ain't nothing to shake a stick at, man. Macadoodles.
How was it?
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Aww.
I was there with the Four Hands people. Everybody tried the Clownvis beer. Everybody drank it in front of me. Everybody liked it. They weren't lying.
No, that beer is really good.
I was driving, so my picture is blurry, but look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's so cool.
You want to come around when David Arquette, oh, my phone's going to die. You want to come around when David Arquette's on, I get it. But guess who has a billboard on Highway 40? Clownvis
right.
for Macadoodles. So yeah, maybe you want to be my friend all year, all right? Maybe you want to cozy up to me when I don't have celebrities, because maybe I'm good for something other than star effing. Maybe I'm a Macadoodle guy. Maybe I'm a billboard clown.
Right? Let's was that old country song about the girl on the billboard?
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, drive.
Remember that?
Yeah, drive by every day to see that girl on the billboard and the towel.
The
she
Mel
was
Tillis or
wearing
something?
a towel or something. Yeah, I forget.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
One of
Well,
them
that's you now. You're the guy.
That's
you're
me.
the clown on the billboard.
I'm
now.
the clown on the billboard. Everybody drives by a couple times a day and just daydreams about me.
Yep.
Well, listen, little Aaron, we'll get you on a billboard next. You're kind of on a billboard here in this little thing.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be too big.
Nah, this is a little one. You got you behind me on a little billboard. Just billboarding.
A little toothpick.
Just billboarding around. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, tonight was so fun. This is the best.
Hey, Jeff Monroe, I see your comment. I'll see you at the punk show. Hell yeah, buddy. Can't wait.
Nice.
Cookie says, send me a surprise for my prize. Cookie, yeah, what prize? Yeah, what are you supposed to get? I thought all the prizes were out, but if not, I will send you a surprise. Cookie, I got you. Cookie, I got you covered. Don't worry.
Hi, Cookie.
Everybody else, thank you so much. We are going on 3 hours here, I think. So we got to wrap it up.
All right.
2 hours. 2 hours.
Do just like a whole 24-hour show one time. See if we can do it.
You want to?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm down.
Got anywhere to be 22 hours from now?
No, not at all.
Yeah?
Should we just go now? I can go make coffee.
I didn't really eat a full dinner.
I know. I only had breakfast.
How about
today.
this? How about this? When we get to the new studio at the beginning of next year, I mean, I'll be there soon, but once we're all set up at the beginning of next year, let's shoot for a complete lock-in, a complete 24-hour lock-in, because we're going to do a lot of stuff to really ramp that place up. All right, so we'll do a 24-hour marathon there.
That'd be awesome.
I can't imagine.
I'm into it.
I'll pee in a Gatorade bottle.
I know. But I'm gonna have to take a little time out.
Yeah.
Be right back.
24 hours, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Could be
That's
fun.
right. Yeah.
Could be fun. Hey, Chibri Moon says, thank you for rescuing us for 4 years and counting. We all daydream about Clownvis. Come to Kansas City, please. Chibri, I will be there in 25. I promise you. I'm sorry I wasn't there in 24. Thank you to everybody, and look forward to the rest of our lives together. My name's Clownvis. That's Little Aaron. That's Squeeb. Big thank you to the homie David Arquette for making time for our special little show here. And we can't wait to see you all 1 week from now right here. Go to clownvistotherescue.com. Check all that out. And we'll see you on the flip. Goodbye.
Measles!